And in a world exclusive, Australia's Channel 7 will air a never-before-seen look at Meghan Markle this Sunday, featuring an extraordinary message from her family, including Thomas Markle, her dad, who I'm glad to report is re-finding his voice. So have a look at the bombshell trailer, which has just been released. So a lot to unpick there, Lady C, but I think the thing for me that is actually most upsetting, and I know that you are very fond and close with the Markle family as well, is that Thomas Markle is a decent human being. He is a good guy. You can see how difficult it is for him to speak because he's still recovering from the stroke that nearly took his life a year ago. And all he's asking of Meghan, Lady C, is how can I fix this? But she continues to ignore him.
Well, the reality is he can't fix it. There's nothing for him to do. And incidentally, did you notice that his mouth is distorted, which is obviously a sign, a residual effect of the stroke? So, there's no doubt he had a very serious stroke. But he can't fix it. He didn't break it. It's up to her to fix it. He really has done very little compared when you stop to think what she and Harry have done, the way they have violated everybody's privacy, the lies they have told, the intrusive interviews they've given. I mean, what Thomas Markle did, which was simply trying to restore his dignity, was really a bagatelle compared to what they've done. And how dare she think that her father should be put in this invidious position? I don't think he has anything to do. I think it's up to her, and I think she ought to hurry up and do it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, if she doesn't, I judge her, because this is her father saying, I'm probably close to death. Now, I hope that's not true. I hope Tom has the vigour to fight on. And I know that Samantha, his daughter, and his other son, Tom Markle Jr., are going to support him. But the reality is, he is pleading with her just to get in touch.
Yes, well,
Oh, sorry, you come in, Phil.
Go on, Phil, go on. Go on, Phil, go.
We'll give you your voice back too, Phil.
I thought that was directed at me. Yeah. No, I mean, it's one of the things. I've always felt incredibly sorry for Thomas Markle. I mean, the fact that they're now living in America and they can't be bothered to go down the road and see him in Mexico, I think it's absolutely cruel. It's absolutely unbelievable. And you remember that interview that Harry gave when he was promoting Spare, saying that she'd lost her father. Well, she hasn't lost him. It's up to them to make it up to him. But it looks like the Aussies have got hold of a bombshell there, doesn't it? Some old footage and some sensational interviews. So let's hope we can see some more of that programme over here. It looks incredible.
Of course. Now, back here, a High Court judge has pointed out glaring inconsistencies in Prince Harry's phone hacking claim against the publisher of The Sun, NGN. This is Mr. Justice Fancourt, who said that Harry claimed to know about a secret agreement between News Group newspapers and Buckingham Palace that prevented him launching litigation in 2012, while also claiming he only fully appreciated the scale of the hacking in 2019. But the judge questioned why the Duke had failed to make reference to the alleged deal between the newspaper group and William in his original claim. Now, royal sources say that Harry could have received a payout, just like his brother Prince William, who quietly settled with the company in 2020, but, quote, he went rogue. So, Lady C, the issue here for Harry is that the judge doesn't care that he's a prince. The judge isn't just going to accept his narrative. And actually, on the show last night, I went through his witness statement and picked holes in it. It's simply not truthful, Lady C.
Thomas Markle has broken his silence again, and this round is the rawest yet. In a brand new interview, he says his daughter has deleted him from her life, turned her back on the man who funded her private schooling and cheered her Hollywood hustle, and morphed into someone he barely recognizes. Drawn-out family drama? Sure. But Thomas's plea to see Archie and Lilibet lands like a gut punch and forces one ugly question. How do you preach global compassion while ghosting your own father? Thomas describes himself as emotionally exiled. He claims he hasn't received so much as a birthday photo of the kids, despite footing the bills that got Meghan to Suits. To him, the silence isn't just rude, it's seems calculated. He paints a picture of a daughter who scrubs inconvenient people from her story the moment their presence clashes with her brand. Painful hyperbole? Maybe. But his voice trembles when he talks about reading grandchildren updates in tabloids instead of through FaceTime. Even skeptics feel the sting. If Thomas supplies the heartbreak, Lady Colin Campbell supplies the gasoline. In her reaction piece, she says none of this surprises her. Meghan's compassion, heavy sound bites have all the warmth of a press release. Lady C calls Meghan's treatment of her dad cold-blooded PR triage, the kind you deploy when a relative doesn't fit the inspirational narrative. Harsh? Absolutely, but Lady C has receipts. Speeches about forgiveness, podcasts about mental health, yet no outreach to the man who raised her solo. That disconnect, she argues, scorches Meghan's humanitarian halo.
Well, the judge has made it absolutely clear that he has problems with the facts as Harry has presented them, and that they are the present witness statement is completely at variance with his particulars of claim. And basically, that means that Harry is an unreliable witness, that you can't rely on anything he says. A rather more perfunctory way would say, the judge is saying very elegantly, he thinks Harry is lying, that he has come up with a new version of the facts to really gouge out the eyes of newspapers, because his old version of the facts is not going to wash. And I mean, it's as big a condemnation from a judge as I've ever heard about a potential claimant's evidence.
Yeah, and Phil, the extraordinary thing about this witness statement is he's not just going for the newspapers, he's going for his own family. Yet again, he's going for Charles, he's going for Camilla, he's going for William just 9 days before the coronation.
I know, it's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, we all know he likes rewriting history, but I mean, when you think about it, before Meghan came along, he and William were so close. I just don't believe that William wouldn't have discussed phone hacking with him. He wouldn't have discussed with him the tactics to deal with it, and indeed Charles and the Queen. So I think he's just making it up as he goes along, really. And what fascinates me is he's got these 3 cases now, hasn't he, against the Sun, the Mail and the Mirror. What happens if he loses them? Is he going to give up with all this legal nonsense and carry on with it and just keep mounting up the costs? Or is he going to finally sort of take one step back and say, look, there's really nothing to be gained by this? It's quite sad to watch, as it's almost self-destructive.
It's a deranged mission now. It's a deranged mission. But look, can we cross to LA? Because Harry and Meghan were spotted on a romantic date at a Lakers basketball game this week. I'm going to say romantic like that, because of course they were caught on kiss cam, Lady C, where it appears that Meghan pulled away from Harry. But instead of this actually being an intimate night together, Lady C, apparently this was actually a group of lackeys and employees surrounding them, including their lawyer, PR executive, and a load of Archie staff. So, Lady C, this whole thing looks staged to me. Am I being unfair?
Oh, of course you're not being unfair, Dan. It's obviously been staged. It was staged to knock out Louis's birthday and to muscle in on the coronation. It's also giving the message that the separation rumours are not true, but they might be true because she can't even allow him to kiss her. The problem with Meghan and Harry is there's so many subtexts with their narratives. They just throw things out the way people throw sand in everybody's face. And I actually think that if you examine what they've done, it cost about $20,000 to have their employees, who are employees supposedly of a charity. She also has her lawyer and her business manager, who, contrary to reports in the papers, are very second-rate. They are not first-rate. They're not of the first rank in Hollywood. They have always been second-rate. And they've boosted her financially, and she's boosting their reputations, they hope, with her celebrity. Except, of course, her celebrity has become pretty much infamy, hasn't it?
Phil, do you think they're okay? Are you getting any sense that Harry and Meghan are leading separate lives?
I don't think they're leading separate lives, but it was a bit more like the office party, wasn't it, than a romantic night out. I mean, turned around and everyone else was there. But I think it's all part of her relaunch. She looked quite different, didn't she? She's got the new hairstyle. I don't know whether she's had anything else done, but I think it's all part of
and of course, Phil, this relaunch just happened to come. Oh, I see you, Lady C. I see what you're hinting there. This relaunch happened to come just before the coronation so she can steal all of the headlines.
Twitter, X, is a war zone. One camp sees Thomas as a stage dad gone bitter. The other sees a grandfather pleading for basic humanity. Hashtags range from protect your peace to call your dad. And every time Thomas goes public, neutral observers edge closer to believing him, because Meghan's side remains airtight, silent. No denial, no counter photos, just the palace-grade no comment that once shielded royals, now raising suspicions. Whatever you believe, the fallout is brand-level serious. Meghan's public persona is built on empathy, empowerment, and family-first rhetoric. Thomas's interviews punch holes in that facade each time they air, making it harder for casual viewers to square global humanitarian with daughter who blocks dad. Hollywood loves a redemption arc, but it despises hypocrisy. Every unreturned call, Thomas describes chips away at endorsement potential and future media deals. So, is Thomas a heartbroken father telling inconvenient truths, or a spotlight chaser keeping old wounds open? Is Lady C out of line, or just voicing what polite society whispers? Drop your take down below. Hit like if you're here for royal reality, minus the fairy tale filter, and subscribe for the next deep dive into power, PR, and the crown-shaking headlines we'll all be arguing about tomorrow. And that's a wrap! If today's scoop had you raising an eyebrow or two, tap that like button to let us know. Got a hot take or inside tea? Drop it in the comments so the whole crew can weigh in. Not part of the fam yet? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because the next twist is always one upload away.